I think it's cool that a guy almost 60 years old still gets excited about finding frickin' rocks. That's just awesome. Well, look at that, y'all. I was not prepared for that. It's amazing. We may actually be on an adventure today for a change. I always say adventure, but something cool and new happened. It happened enough, I'm going to probably use four-wheel drive when it comes time to leave here because I am in muck, on top of rock, but muck. So stay tuned. We're going to try to make something happen here, and I'm kind of excited. Yep, showing up. Look at that. So here's the deal. We got rain. Oh man, did we get rain. 4 to 5 inches of it overnight, 2 nights ago. And this creek that I was in a couple weeks ago, did some videos. I can hear it running over there. It was just a wet ditch in places. That water was all the way up. Oh my gosh, it must have got 10 foot high. I can see weeds laid over way up in there. Leaves piled up, muck and mud. All this rocks had water run over it. It hadn't water run over it in a couple of years. I'm kind of excited, y'all. Because all the time, all I do is complain to y'all about the underbrush, the growth, and the lack of new stuff to look at. No excuses today. That water ran hard enough and moved enough stuff around. It was a major event. That's what I've been in needing. So, next couple, 3 days, I'm going to try to find time to hunt some of these places. For y'all, for me too, but I feel like I owe y'all this. Exciting, and look at, right there is a core of something right off the bat. Look at that. Look at that, right off the bat. Same thing, of course, I found something the other day right off the bat too. Look at that core. Sure enough, right there before I went anywhere. Of course, you find a lot of pieces of tools and stuff like that in this creek. I'll lay that over there. I'm going to take that for rock tumbling purposes. So, again, I'm kind of excited. It's amazing. Creeks as high as I've ever seen them since I've lived here. 26, coming up on 27 years. Does that mean we're going to find anything? You just don't know. It ain't no different than other time, except I got new stuff to look at. I see new piles of rock. Stuff laying around different. It's going to be an adventure. I'm going to look it over pretty careful. I got a lot to look at. I'm going to hook this 150-yard stretch. That's all I'm going to do today. I'm not going to film every second of it, obviously. So, guys, this is one of the big secrets to point hunting in creeks is to go after events of high water. And that's what we've got here. So, still got grass here that we haven't even used to be done this with grass. But I'm going to do some looking around. So, if I find something, hopefully I'll find something. Turn this thing off, do some serious looking for a few minutes. I guess wish me luck, that sounds stupid though, doesn't it? I wish myself luck. So an idea for a quick tip here, I took one step since I said that last little bit, is I'm going to mark where I'm going to start. I'm going to do like crisscrossing. I'm going to try to cover this good. Because I've been looking at stuff, going over stuff pretty quick, because it's all been the same old stuff for the last... So we've had one real good high water event since I started this channel over 2 years ago, and it was nothing like this one. I'm going to mark me a spot, I'm going to zigzag, and I'll know where to start to go back the other direction. So, how's that for science? Hick Billy science. I know I need to find some artifacts. Some people need proof that I know what I'm talking about. I need to find them for my own sanity, but I just come across 2 pieces here. They're artifacts in their own right, okay? I've talked about this before, but a lot of people maybe haven't seen some of my older videos. What you got is clues. This cortex nodule, those pieces were knocked off by man. You got to trust me, I did a video where I did some napping and showing how I know that. And this piece right here is even better. This was also a nodule, it's cortex. Look at them flakes. Those are perfect examples of man-made flakes, and it's even got some divots on the other side. Perfect. It has beautiful caramel colored rock. Perfect example. It's clues. Clues is seen in my crime. I say it all the time. But if y'all don't know, it's a confidence builder. And I don't need confidence most of the time. I know how much stuff is in some of these creeks. Those 2 pieces laying 2 feet apart, no doubt at all, hit on by man at one time. And that's all I got. It's just the way it is. This is ignorant, I know, y'all, but it's the second piece I found in just 10 feet. It's definitely a flake. Again, it keeps you motivated, keeps you looking. No doubt it's a flake. That one was really a pretty little black one, so I've been 20 minutes so far, and that's it. Besides the sweat and the bugs, and I don't have any bug spray. What a loser. I can't believe y'all watch a channel like this. Always, always carry bug spray. Okay, there might be a lesson here, maybe not. I definitely didn't see this, so that's a lesson itself. So here's the deal. There's that flake I just showed y'all a minute ago, right? See it? Right there. So I just walked around there, made a circle, come back, and I see that. That looks like something. I just dropped that flake. While I was looking at it, I must have stepped over. It may not be nothing, but it could be something, and I could have missed it. I didn't know I was coming back this far, so there's something over there too. Look at there. Oh, it's broke, but you know what? There you go. And I'm excited. That's a preform. Or a blade. It's broke. You know, no, it's not broke on that end. That's the way it was made. The other end's got a break in it. Look at, right, oh. See, there's got to be something to that you can learn. Besides the sweat, oh my gosh, it's hot. Still, I'm sitting there talking, trying to show you something, and I missed that. I went another, 15 feet, turned around and came back too far this way and found this. I didn't see it the first time. And I'm good at this, or well, I used to be. I saw something a second ago. And then, I'm excited. That's a real deal. It's broken, I don't care. First time in 7,000, that's almost paleo. Way early archaic. Oh, it's even got a notch. Oh, what it was. Anyway, when you see something, stop and get it. I'm sitting there talking, and a second ago I saw something else right there. What I saw? Nope, nothing. Do not pass up the shapes and the looks, but I missed that, now I found it. I've been hunting 25 minutes. Right next to a flake. I was trying to make video, and I found something cool. Y'all, I'm tickled, and that's nothing to most people. It's something to me. Whew. Use about 20-mile-an-hour wind right now. Okay, good. Successful trip, and I've went from there to here. So in 35 feet that way, this is my fourth pass. Is that right? And one pass to go back, try to find bug spray. Let's not forget that pass. So a few folks that don't find that cool, that is an artifact. No, it's not a complete notched point. Most of the times they won't be. If you're a type A person who has to have it perfect and fast and whatever, this is a wrong hobby for you, okay? Like I said, y'all that like this, you get this. Some of you guys watch me forever, thank you. If you don't get it, go watch one of those places they find 100 points a trip. I kind of quit watching those videos myself. Kind of got me in trouble too with the community, I think. Whatever. Community. My community is you guys and me. That's it. And of course, one more ramble is, it's also disappointing that I missed that piece. I was too busy looking at something besides the ground, and I almost had to have my foot on that thing. So I need to look harder. Cause, I mean, it wasn't sitting on top glaring, and it ain't a perfect point, but if I hadn't have misstepped coming back, I wouldn't have got that one. So what else have I missed? And one more point I think I need to make is hunting behind yourself is not a bad thing. By nowhere near the first point I've ever found, the first artifact I ever found, hunting behind myself. No way is that the first time. That's probably the 101st time or 201st time. Accept it. Shadows are different. Things look different perspective. Hunting behind yourself is not necessarily a bad thing. You know, you got to be either dedicated or a little bit nuts. I'm afraid anymore I'm on the nuts side of this. It's hotter down here right now than it was the last two times. One of those days was over 100 degrees. Oops, I'm dropping stuff. Look at that. Part of the challenge. That's the way it happens. I mean, there ain't a cold beer in sight. But I don't drink beer, so that's not a problem. Me and this one have something in common. We're interesting flakes. right? Self-deprivation. It makes it easier. So this is maybe a tool at one time and it broke, but it's definitely been worked down that edge. Y'all see that? Well, it's been hit on. Maybe a little bit of worked edge, but it's nothing. Big old flakes took off of it. I can't help it. Look at that massive core right there. Big old flakes drawn off of it. Divot there ended badly. Hinged on them. Several hinges on it. Y'all can see those sharp lines? Those sharp lines, what you're looking for. Of course, this thing's been tumbling in the creek for a few thousand years, but massive, massive. Thing weighs 2.5, 3 pounds. I'm just trying to find a way to end this video because it hasn't been, it's been wonderful. It's hot, buggy, thirsty and hungry, which is silly. I still got 60 yards of truck, but I'm starting to get sloppy back to hunting. And I see something. So I stopped, turned the camera on, because I see something. It's broke, but it's definitely something. Cool, awesome. Yep, sure enough. Look at that. No doubt, look at that. Etley, you know what? I don't think it's broke. I think that's the way it was made. It's just been in the creek for thousands of years getting tumbled. Boy, it's got big old shoulders on it. Guys, ain't that just awesome? Come on, that's awesome. It's about, 70 yards from where I found the first one, but I've walked a couple hundred yards since. Look at that pretty lithics on that. Y'all seeing them? I got that in the camera good. I hope I do. Can't see with the light the way it is. I'm trying to think how to end this thing. Maybe this is the way to end it, except I still have that much further to go. I have found so many good pieces through here over the years. This isn't necessarily great, but I guess maybe it may be broken. It don't matter. It never did have the one notch. They made it how they made it. So there you go. Awesome, y'all. And look at that. It's actually fluted from the other end. The flake drawn off backwards. You don't see that very often, which makes me think that's the way it was made. See that flute? That's what I call that, a flute. Okay, so and that sucker jumped out at me like it was glowing. So at least it's kind of cloudy, which makes my favorite kind of day to hunt point. It's a little bit overcast. It's hazy is what it is. So again, a successful trip. 2 years ago I found my first piece ever in a video right over here. Last year I never found an artifact in this stretch. Not a point. Anyway, something to talk about. Now this isn't an artifact. That is a big old chunk of raw hematite, which of course ancient man made stuff out of. About as big a chunk as I've ever found. And how they made stuff out of it, I don't know, because it is actually metal, mostly. Huh. Cool. There's a uniface piece, meaning just worked on one side. I just picked it up because I saw that patina difference, but that's what it is. Got a few hits on the other side. But a tool of some sort. Ugly. Had a big old inclusion or outclusion of bad chert there, but that's sure what it is. You got your kill shot kind of deal. About 20 yards from that last point. That's sure enough. Look at them pretty big old flakes. Uniface. So guys, I'm sitting here talking to James. He's the first guy I've ever met on one of my rock hunting exploits that for one thing has permission and also knows his stuff. So we've been down here for what, 20 minutes? Picking up flakes. He understands I'm a flake. He understands what flakes are. Look at that. Let's see if we picked up where I've already walked a while ago. I just wanted to show you all that. And that's why I'm going to kill this video. Thank y'all for watching. James, really enjoyed it, buddy. Appreciate it. We'll maybe do this again sometime. Yeah. The man knows his stuff. He knows ancient stuff. It's so cool. And he has permission to be here. That's probably the best part about it. Thank you guys. God bless.